Hello, my name is Professor Dozier, and I will be your instructor for this 3353 Visual Communications Asynchronous course. So, today I'm going to walk you through our schedule. We're going to go through our course syllabus. We'll go through what the grading guidelines are, extra credits, and then there'll be an additional video you'll need to watch over the first assignment that we have for this week. So, first off, hope you all had a good Christmas break. Welcome back. This course, in the spring semester, it goes fairly quick, but it doesn't go too quick. But a lot of the concepts and the things that you're going to learn after teaching this for the past 6 years, I would say, I'm finding that a lot of the students that are in this course, because it is an elective, some of these things are difficult because you're not used to being creative, thinking outside of the box, using color, and doing all that type of creation stuff. So the whole point of this course is to help you gain an understanding for what graphic design is, what it looks like, and how it can be used in your environment, right? Because with graphic design, it touches everything. Every company, every industry uses graphic design. Whether it's advertising, whether it is Instagram, social media nowadays, everybody has a website, everybody has flyers and brochures. Graphic design touches everything, and so no matter where you go and what you do, you're going to come in contact with graphic design. So the point of this course is to kind of give you a brief understanding of what it is, so that at the end of the day, you're able to say something more intelligent than, you know what, I like blue and circles, but that you actually can kind of understand a little bit of that design world to better help you in the future. So what you're looking at right here is our course schedule. I create this every semester for my course, and it gives you a breakdown of the entire year, or the entire semester. So this week is our first week, so it's our first class number 1. It's the week of January 16th. So this is going to show you which week it is. For our textbook, it'll show you what chapters this information comes from. Chapters 1 and 2 will be this week. The online lecture topic and then the online lab topic, these are kind of what you'll be doing online on your own. So introduction, and then what is visual communications. And then the online lab topic is the lab orientation. So that's kind of what you'll be doing on your own in this course through Blackboard. Every week, for the most part, you'll have an assignment. This week's assignment, you'll be making a collage that represents yourself. So that'll be the first assignment that you'll be working on this week. LinkedIn is a part of our game, or is a part of our course. It is the social media aspect of it, and so you will be creating or updating your LinkedIn based kind of on the information that I have, and we'll go through that in a little bit. So LinkedIn, it'll kind of show you what you're doing for that. Most weeks you're going to have a quiz. Some weeks you have 2, but there's only 2 weeks where you have 2. The rest only has 1. And so you will be looking here to see what quiz you have, and then when that due date is for the quiz. So that's how you read it. And so as we go through week 1, week 2, week 3, and move our way down, you'll be able to see each week what the expectations are. As you can see, some of the big things: February 20th, that week, is the midterm exam. It opens up on February 20th and closes on the 21st at 11:59 p.m. So you have a 48-hour window to take that exam. Just kind of giving you a heads up right now so you can see it, and we'll talk about it more as it gets closer, but that's how it's going to work. It'll be online on Blackboard. It'll open up on the morning of the 20th, and it will close at night at the end of the day on the 21st. So you'll have 48 hours to complete it. Once it's closed, it's closed. Same thing with the quizzes. Once the due date passes, it's not going to be reopened. So make sure you set alarms on your phone. Put them in your calendar with a reminder to make sure that you don't miss these quizzes or these final exams, because every semester I have so many people asking, I forgot, can I redo it? No. Once it's closed, it's closed. We're in college. You need to be responsible. This isn't that difficult. I'm giving you an entire week to work on the quiz. So if it's January 16th and you want to take the quiz on the 16th, you can. You don't have to wait. And actually, now that I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that I didn't update the dates on this side. So I apologize for that. By the time you watch this, I will have it updated on Blackboard. I checked it twice and didn't realize I didn't do that. So you have this is the week of the 16th. This will be due January 22nd, and then the 23rd will start the next week. So it'll be due that Sunday of that week. So I'll update that so you have the correct one. But that's how it works. So the midterm is on the 20th. Spring break is on the 13th. And then as we come down, our last real class that has the assignments and everything will be April 3rd. And then we'll kind of go over our portfolio, our Project 1 presentations, which we'll get into that later on. That's when I will grade your LinkedIn, which is your profile and discussion questions, which we'll go through as well. April 17th is when your Project 1 presentations will be due. And then on the 24th, that week is when your final portfolio submission is due. And as you can see the specific date. So this one's due on the 19th at 11:59, and this one's due on the 26th at 11:59 p.m. So we'll talk way more about that as we get closer. But that's just so you can see. And then the final exam will open up on May 1st and close on May 2nd. So you'll have a 48-hour window to complete that one as well. So this is our schedule. If anything changes or updates, I will post a new schedule. Typically, there's not much that changes, but sometimes every now and then something happens. But for the most part, it should stay pretty much like this. But if there is a change, I'll post the new one, and then I will update everybody and let them know that there's been a change. All right, our course syllabus. I'm going to go through this really quick. A lot of this doesn't technically apply because we're asynchronous, but it's stuff that we have to have in there either way. So I'm just going to kind of pick out the main things that you need to know. So first thing, our textbook. This is the textbook that you will need for this course. You can go purchase it in person if you want, but honestly, what I recommend every semester is on Amazon. You can buy it Amazon Kindle for like $10. It's a good resource to have. There's some information that'll be on the quizzes that comes from it, but it's not something that you're going to need to annotate and highlight like a typical textbook. So I don't necessarily think you need the physical book. So I know I bought it on Kindle and it was like $10. So it's super easy to get. I would recommend buying it that way. If you want to go find a physical copy, you can, but you don't necessarily have to do that. All right, so like I said, the whole point of this is you can kind of read through all of this, but it just kind of give you a brief overview and an understanding of the principles of design, imagery, typography, color, and kind of putting all that together to create things. So the way this course will work is we have 2 exams, the midterm and the final. Those are worth 10% of your grade each, so 20% of your grade. We have quizzes. All those quizzes averaged out will be 20% of your grade. The LinkedIn social networking part is 10% of our grade. The final portfolio, this is the big part of our grade. This is 40% of our grade. And then the Project 1 presentation is 10% of your grade. So, as you saw in that schedule, 50% of your grade is going to be at the very end with that portfolio and Project 1 presentations. All the portfolio is all the assignments combined together at the end into a portfolio. So make sure you do every assignment, do it well, stay up on it, and you'll be good to go. And we'll talk more about that as we go. Everyone knows what the letter grades are for the university. For the quizzes, they will be on Blackboard. They will open up Monday morning of each week, so you'll have a full week to get that quiz done. Do not wait until the last minute to take that quiz. Try to get it done before Friday. That way you go into the weekend not having to worry about it. And if you have any technology issues, you have time to figure it out. Don't wait till 11:30 when it's due, because when issues happen, they happen, and there's nothing I can do about that. So don't wait till the last second. Like I said, the exams are a 48-hour window. The midterm and the final will be compiled from all the questions from the quizzes. So you'll be able to study for it that way. So That's the final exams. Social networking, like I said, it's LinkedIn. We'll look at that in a second. Um, this course is asynchronous and online. So that means that there's not a time that you have to get onto Blackboard or onto Teams or anything like that. I will post a video typically every Monday morning. I will post two videos. I will post a video that kind of goes over the week, and then a second video that's just specifically for the assignment for that week. Or if there's two assignments, there'll be two videos, one for each assignment. So it's vital that you watch all the videos because that's where I'm going to give you information. If you're not watching the videos, and honestly, they're not long, and this is the longest video you'll watch because I'm going over everything, but typically the week video is 4 to 5 minutes long. It's super quick. I'll give you some updates, give you some things you need to look for, things that you need to make sure you do, and then the video for the assignments are no more than 10 minutes. I mean, they're pretty quick. So make sure you watch the videos every week. I can tell the people that don't watch the videos are the ones that are asking me questions, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm answering this because the answer was already in the videos, and I've said it multiple times, and so obviously you're not watching the videos, and typically those people don't pass because they're not doing the whole asynchronous part of this. They're just wanting to do the assignment or the quiz real quick. You have to watch the videos. That's the whole part of this. That is the recorded video lectures. And like I said, it's just me talking. You can see my screen. It's super quick, and it's going to give you all the information that you need. So make sure you watch those every week. Make sure, so you want to have something to back up your work to. My suggestion is if you don't have a flash drive or you don't save to like OneNote or Dropbox or something like that, for your assignments, that's the main thing that you're going to be creating. When you're done with it, turn it in on Blackboard. So when we go look at Blackboard, I'll show you. But every assignment technically has a due date of the end of that week. But I'm not going to grade your assignments until the end when you turn them in a final portfolio. So even though for week 1 we have our collage you're going to do this week, it shows our due date is the end of this week. I'm not going to grade it until the very end of the year when it's turned in that final portfolio. But I recommend you turn it in on Blackboard because I feel like almost every semester I have somebody who their files get corrupt or something happens or their laptop crashes and they lose all their work. If you've turned in your assignments throughout the year on Blackboard, I can go pull those files for you and give them back to you. That way you have all the files still. So that's a great way to back up, but if not, you need to be using a flash drive or another solution like an online version of something to back your work up. You don't necessarily need Teams because we're not going to meet online, but we do need Blackboard. And then make sure you have access to Microsoft Office Suite. We'll be using Microsoft PowerPoint for pretty much all of this. If you know how to use Adobe Illustrator, you're more than welcome to use that. It's not typical that students in this class typically know how to use it, which that's like the official graphic design software that most people use. If you know how to use it, great, you can use it, but Microsoft PowerPoint is fine. If you have a Mac, you can use the the Mac version of PowerPoint, Keynote. That's fine. That's pretty much the same thing. So if you don't have Microsoft Office Suite, you can use this link and you can get it for free through the University of Houston. Honestly, if you just go to office.com and you log in with your U of H account, there'll be a button on there once you're logged in that says to install Microsoft Office on your computer. It's pretty simple. So the expectations, you're expected to work hard and try to do your best. So the way I typically try to grade, and this is for the whole College of Technology, especially in the media program, if you do just the average bare minimum, that's a C. You've got to do more than just the bare minimums. You've got to put effort and creativity into it if you want that grade to go from a C to a B or even an A. You can't just say, well, technically I did the assignment, but it looks like crap. Let's say we're doing like a poster And it has to have these little requirements, this text and a picture, and technically you do it, but it doesn't even look like a poster. It looks awful, like it doesn't look like you even tried. That's not going to get you a good grade because you technically did everything we asked. Graphic design is about creativity and effort, and you've got to put that effort into your work if you want to get the grade out of it. So just keep that in mind as you're doing the assignments, because you want to try your best and put forth the effort that it takes to make it look the best that it can. The rest of this, if you have any concerns or any issues, make sure you reach out to me. Don't wait till the end. If you have any accommodations or anything that I need to know about that's through the university, make sure you reach out to me ahead of time, because I'm not going to know about it unless you inform me. So make sure you let me know about that. This all doesn't necessarily make a difference because we're not meeting face to face. Absences, like I said, we're not meeting face to face. Recording of class, it doesn't matter. These are just stuff we have to have in there. Like I said, if there's any changes to the syllabus or to the schedule, I will let you know in Blackboard via an announcement. Make sure that you use your U of H CougarNet email. That's how you need to email me. Don't use the email in Blackboard because I'm not going to get it. I don't check that. It doesn't give me any notifications that I have emails. I go into Blackboard to post things, but I don't go in there to check email. My U of H email goes to my phone, and that's what I can see. So make sure if you're going to reach out to me, my email's at the top of the syllabus, and it's on everything, I feel like. That's my email. If you're going to reach out to me, that's how you do it. Don't use Blackboard. All right, so important dates to remember. So this is kind of things, this is all in our schedule, but I want to put this in the syllabus so that you're aware, so there's no, oh my gosh, I didn't know. It's right here. So 16th is the first day of class. Technically, I think it's the 17th because 16th is a holiday, but I'm going to post it anyway so y'all can see it. February 1st is the last day to drop a course without receiving a grade. So make sure you are aware of that. February 21st is, like I said, is the midterm. LinkedIn will be graded on the week of the 10th. The 19th is when the Project 1 presentations are due. Final portfolios are due on the 26th, and May 2nd is when the final exam is due. And then if you have any questions or issues about your grade, you've got a week after the grades are posted to bring that up to me. So that's it. Everything is done for this. What I need you to do, if we were face to face, I would have you sign a syllabus verification, but I have created a quiz in Blackboard. It's called Syllabus Verification Quiz. You have to go on there and complete that. Go ahead and do that now after you've watched this video. You got to do it this week. But all it is you're going to go put your name, and then you're going to check yes that you are agreeing that you understand the syllabus and that you've seen it. So go ahead and do that now. You can pause the video and go and do it real quick. And then when you come back, we can continue. Yeah. All right, so the next thing we're going to be doing is, I kind of went through this in there, but I break it down even more just for those who don't, I guess, understand math or need to see it exactly how things work. But the exams, 10% of the grade, so 20% total, which if you're adding up to 100, each midterm or in final is worth 10 points towards your final grade. The quizzes are averaged out to equal 20 points or 20% of your final grade. LinkedIn is 10 points or 10% towards your final grade. The final portfolio is 40 points or 40% towards your grade. So if you do half the portfolio, you're losing 20 points already at minimum off your final grade. So the portfolio is a big part of this. Project 1 is 10% of your grade, and you add all that up, it's going to equal 100. So there's all the details. If you have any questions, let me know, but it's pretty straightforward. Extra credit. I do offer 5 points of extra credit towards the final grade. So not towards a major grade, towards the final grade. So if your final grade is an 83 and you did all 5 extra credit points, I would bump you up to an 88. So there's 2 of them. So one of them is you have to visit the Print Museum in Houston. So you must visit the print museum, take a selfie inside the museum, and write a one-page paper on what you learned and saw there. You're just going to email that to both of those to me to receive that extra credit. Now, before you go and like, oh, I'm going to go do that this week, as of last month in December, the print museum was working on being moved locations. On their website, it says they should be open by the end of January. So make sure before you go check their website. I put the link right here so you can see it. All these files are under the syllabus tab in Blackboard. So here's their website. I would go check that before you go, because I know on their website a couple weeks ago it said by the end of January 2023 is when they're expecting to be open. So don't go in January. I would try to go after spring break if you're going to do it. You don't have to do it till the very end, so you can wait. But that will be worth 3 points of extra credit. And then when we do the branding project, you can do the envelopes part of the assignment, which will give you 2 more extra credit points. And those are super easy because you're already doing some other stuff. Yeah. So that's a total of 5 extra credit points on your final grade. So very helpful. I would highly recommend doing that, but those are totally up to you. All right. So this is our Blackboard page for our course. This is what we will be using. Under the tab for syllabus is where you're going to see all of these files. So this is where you can access all those. Course content. This is where I'm telling you a little bit about the course. So you've seen this for a week if you've been looking. There are weekly video updates reminding everybody, go watch the video updates every Monday. This is kind of the introduction to our course. All those files are also right here. And any other information that you need is there. LinkedIn. This is where you will see our LinkedIn information. So right here, you'll see some example images of kind of what we're looking for with LinkedIn. Here's the link to our group. So you need to press on this link to go to our group. And then you're going to create your profile. So if you don't have a LinkedIn, which it's like 50-50. I feel like half the people do, half the don't. So if you don't have one, you need to make one. And then that's great because then you can just start creating it using kind of what we're talking about. And you can use these examples to see what you need to put in there. And if you have one, then this is a good way to help fine-tune yours to get it more professional and ready to go, so when employers and people see, you'll have a better LinkedIn. So that's kind of the whole goal for it. So here's the breakdown of what the LinkedIn is. So I'll be looking for a professional photograph. That's 10 points. A detailed bio. So not just your name, but there's a place where you can put in like some text about you, like a bio. Like it should include like your professional goals, what you're looking to inspire to do. It needs to be like 4 sentences or longer. That's worth 10 points. That's very important because it kind of shows how detailed you are and kind of really your purpose. And I feel like employers really look at LinkedIn, and it's very important. And so that helps you look and stand out. Include your experience. So even from just simple jobs that you've had, current jobs, add details. Don't say I worked at Wendy's. Or hey, maybe you might not even want to put that. Put any experience you have. You look better if it looks like you've actually had a job before. You've been in a role with some responsibilities. If it's volunteer stuff, put it on there. Anything you have, put it on there because the more details, the better. And just because, I cooked fries and flipped hamburgers, there are things that you had responsibilities. You had things that you were in charge of, things you had to do. Maybe you had to help train other people. Like put all those details. Think about it as a way an employer's looking at what are skills that you learned in that job. Don't put I learned how to fry French fries, but I learned how responsibility. I learned how to be a part of a team. I learned how to follow directions, instructions. I learned how to work well with others. Like there are skills that you obtain from every job. Put those details because that matters and it shows that you care and that you're putting that effort into this. And that's what employers want to see. Your education, high school, put college. You're currently in college, so you should at least have that. Most of y'all should have went to high school, so at least put that information. Don't just put University of Houston. Put the program you're in. Put anything else that goes into that. Add the details. Look at the experience and the education examples. Put in information. And then in LinkedIn, you can also pick some specific interests. You can put skills. You can put certifications. Put anything and everything that you can in there, because you want to have a more full LinkedIn profile. Because the more full it is, looks like the more you care, the more you've done, the more experience you're going to bring, and it's going to help you stand out from the crowd. And I promise you, employers do look at LinkedIn. They also look at all your other social media sites too, if you're potentially going to be hired. But especially LinkedIn, because this is the professional social media platform. So make sure you join that group. It's going to take you here. This is our course. Join the course. Once you request, we'll add you into it. And then every week, well, not every week, but on the calendar when it shows there'll be a discussion post, I will put a discussion post here, and you will just press the comment button to that discussion post. So it'll say our discussion post number 1, and it'll give it the topic and a brief overview. You're going to comment and leave feedback to that post, right? Try to make it 2 to 3 sentences. Doesn't need to be crazy long. But that's what our discussions are. We'll talk more about that later, but this is where you'll do it in this group. So you need to join the group first before you can do any of that. And that's how I'm going to be able to see your profile, and that's how you're going to be able to interact with our discussion questions, which is how you're going to get this grade. So that's about it. You'll be able to find our tests and quizzes here. Our discussion board, we're not going to really use the discussion board here. Announcements, I will post announcements. This is where I'll post the links for the videos, so make sure you go check that out. And as you'll see every week, I give a big bold and red, please be viewing the weekly content video in the announcements tab each week. So I'm reminding you every week, because some people seem to not understand or realize there's videos, and there are, and it's pretty easy to find. So that's the overview for this course. So if you have any questions, make sure you email me, and make sure you complete the syllabus verification quiz, and then go ahead and go watch the video for assignment number 1 for your collage next. Look forward to having you in my class. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know, and y'all have a good week. Thanks.